Hello and welcome to a very special episode of the Digital Foyer. I'm Matt Vaughn, the communications coordinator here at St. Benedict Parish, and this week we have a supersized cast with us. We'll start on my right, your left, Father Simon Lobo, not a preacher, pastor, kind of background actor today for Mass.
Just a face.
Yeah.
Just a face.
Father Alex introduced Deacon David and you, and you were just kind of deep background there, kind of not taking up too much attention. Yeah, exactly there. Yeah. And we have Father Alex Kaladi as well here, rejoining us here from a week in the woods. Welcome back.
Thanks.
How you feeling?
Yeah.
You survived.
I didn't actually make it to the woods.
Okay. Sorry. Okay. Never mind. Father
Well,
Alex
that was fully intention, but there was the weather. It rained every day, basically. Right. So there was. Right. No one wants to camp in the rain. That's not good.
Right.
So.
Okay. I presume you spent time in your basement with craft dinner then.
Oh yeah. Love the craft dinner.
Yeah. Good for you.
Yeah. Thanks.
And then we have our kind of our special guests this week. Obviously, Deacon David Viscount, who we heard from earlier there, gave his farewell homily for us there, and his wife Patty are also joining us here at Digital Foyer. How you guys doing?
Great.
Very good, very good. Deacon David, you okay there?
Yes, I'm fine.
Good. Yeah. Okay, good. Yeah. Excellent, good. We'll have, so anyway, if you've had any questions today, obviously in the Digital Foyer, we're always here to answer any questions that you have. In particular, obviously, we have Deacon David and Patty who are here, so if you have any questions for them, hopefully ones that aren't going to make them feel too emotional here as we kind of squeeze out our last drops of time here with them here on the Digital Foyer. So yes, feel free to ask those questions there. Okay, so a question that I had, Deacon David, for you. So you mentioned about, I think when you first got placed here, you received a letter from the bishop. Is that what you got this time as well? You get a letter from the bishop? Okay.
Yes.
What did it say? Is he just kind of like, hey, like, are you, like, is he feeling it out? Or like, do you want to? Or is he being like, I'd really appreciate it? Or is he kind of being like, look, here's the orders?
I think the decision had been made, so the point of the letter was just basically to confirm that you start on this day in this parish under this pastor, that sort of thing.
There was lots of communication that happened before the letter. That was more of a formal.
Were you tipped off about it, Father Simon? I say tipped off, not ticked off. Sorry. Did you know beforehand it was happening?
Yes.
Yes. And yes.
Always helpful to let the current pastor know what's going on.
I did get the WikiLeaks for sure.
Right. It came out
from the bishop himself.
So. Well, because you two are going to have to carry a little bit more of the, in all seriousness, a little bit more of the pastoral burden. Obviously, you guys are doing great pastoral work here anyway. But Deacon David was doing a lot with married couples and with I know with funerals, things like that.
Funerals,
sorry, I say couples about we're going to
funerals, weddings, preaching,
yeah.
baptisms, and all kinds of I mean, he's part of the preaching team. All kinds of sir, you wouldn't believe the amount of people this guy drives around, like just to drive them to Mass, people who can't get to Mass, picking them up, dropping them off, just serves in so many kind of even hidden ways that, so he's created an impossible hole to fill, but we'll have to soldier on somehow.
There we go.
Not to mention the fact that both Deacon David and Patty, you've opened up your home to all kinds of people. I think of Swiss Simon as one example in particular.
Beautiful man.
As opposed to Father Simon.
As opposed to me, I'm not from Switzerland.
Right.
But
Simon.
I like Toblerone. I don't know if that counts. But
is that from Switzerland?
Isn't it?
I think so. You ask and I'll figure it out.
You'll look it up.
Let's fact check that.
Tell us a quick story of Swiss Simon. How do you end up sleeping on your couch or something?
Patricia?
Oh, well, he had been in correspondence with David by email, and I think he saw in the Benedictus that he was the permanent deacon, meaning that he didn't have another job or maybe a family or anything.
Right.
So then he coordinated with David that he was coming, and then it was 6 weeks.
He stayed with us for 6 weeks.
6 weeks.
For 6 weeks.
Yes. And he was beautiful in that he said, please don't worry about me, I'm going to walk to church. And we're like, oh, it's far too far. And he said, an hour's nothing in Switzerland. And he did it every time.
Wow, there you go.
Well, there you go. Yes, and I can confirm Toblerone is from Switzerland. In Bern, Switzerland, I think it's currently owned by Kraft, but it's created and currently manufactured in Bern, Switzerland, which is why there's a bear in the logo. It's Bern and bear. I don't know. It's like the national symbol of the city.
Learn something new on the Digital Foyer.
Yeah, a font of information.
That is right. That's right. Nadine here, Deacon David, says that you need to go to Cape Breton before you start your ministry. So I guess she's advocating for you to go there.
Yes,
yes, that's true. Do you have a trip to Cape Breton booked?
We've been to Cape Breton 3 times already this summer. So, but we will get back there in September for sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
There we go.
Again, yes, September.
There we go. I see here also, Kathy asked an interesting question here. I don't know how much you want to share about this. Deacon David, what was the most challenging thing at St. Benedict Parish? And maybe one of the most blessed things that happened for you here?
Wow.
Working with us. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, you were pretty easy.
I already know the answer to that question.
I'd have to think about that for a minute.
Right. Patty, do you want to answer for him? Do you have anything come to mind as a more challenging thing? Things maybe?
Here, I just off the top of my head, completely off the top of my head, and this is self-induced or self-inflicted, but I tend to do 3 masses on the weekend. So I think initially maybe I bit off more than I could chew. I mean, I try and stay in the moment with each and every mass, but maybe doing 3 masses every weekend is perhaps a bit much.
Okay, there we go.
I would say that's a bit of a challenge, but off the top of my head, I felt very fed in anything that I did here through ministry, so I can't say it was a challenge.
That's awesome, yeah. And you shared a lot of the blessings during your homily as well, which is lovely as well, so that's fantastic.
Can I ask you a question, Patty? Being the illustrious wife of a deacon,
Deacon's
like
wife.
you're not just a wallflower. Like even the process of, give us a quick insight into even the process when David started discerning the call to become a deacon. Like you were part of that from the beginning, right? Like.
Well, I knew something was happening in his heart, for sure. And then we had a deacon come to our parish where Father James was, and David just like bloop on this man. And after in coffee socials, he'd be talking with him. And then it came, gee, that's a really interesting, and there it evolved from there. So that was the impetus, I think. But I think it probably was in the womb.
Okay.
Long simmering.
And obviously, you've been so supportive of your husband
Yes, of
in this
course.
vocation, and he couldn't be here. The amount of time you sacrificed to serve the whole parish wouldn't be possible without your yes to support him in that and make sacrifices yourself.
But it's come back 1,000-fold. So.
Do you guys have any? As we're going to start wrapping up here, the Digital Foyer. Do you have any favorite memories with Deacon David and Patty? Anything come to mind? The smaller moments. I know. Yeah, Father, go ahead.
Well, just one thing that comes to mind about Patty is, again, very involved in our parish in many different ways, serving very generously. She has an incredible sense of humor. And that really shone, especially when she was the Alpha MC. So you were rocking that hilarious, and she can even play the guitar. We should get you to play a song here on the Digital Foyer. Wouldn't that be great?
You're okay with that? Those guitars are just over there, so we could do it. We can make it happen.
Yeah.
Oh, Simon, do you have a?
This is maybe a kind of more of a sillier kind of experience, just because most people wouldn't see this. All they see is the loving, gentle, kind, generous Deacon David.
Oh, I do.
Put him on a soccer pitch.
Oh boy.
It's like Jekyll and Hyde. And I saw him go after another parishioner. They were both referees, and they both kind of fouled each other. And man, it was ugly. You should have seen them. I don't know if they were swearing at each other, but it's pretty close. It almost came fisticuffs. But anyways, there was grace and forgiveness and much after the fact. But it was interesting to see. But truly, I'm grateful for the chance to be able to play soccer with you, Deacon David, and a bunch of your buddies who you've played with for years, introducing us to a little kick-around league. So that's been a blast for both of us.
Yeah, for sure.
There we go. That gives me a great idea. I think this time next year, we'll have a St. Benedict Parish against Our Lady Guadalupe Parish soccer game.
Oh.
See if that aggression comes out again there and see who's
Talk
better,
about
right?
intense. You get Father James on the soccer pitch.
That's what I want to see, right? The current pastor, the old pastor, the deacon. Whose side is he on? We don't know. Anyway, I think there's great potential.
I'll
there.
referee.
You'll referee. There you go. Okay. Impartial.
Yeah.
Impartial. Perfect. So, we've gotten to the point of the Digital Foyer where we like to look at the socks. You know, the priests and the deacons, and maybe the deacon's wife, wear funny socks here at Mass. And we like to see them and then vote on them. So last week, it was Father Simon against Deacon David. It was Deacon David's penultimate weekend here at the parish. and he had his Halifax Wanderer socks on. Father Simon had his Duality of Man, aka the Angel and Devil socks on. And even though it was Deacon David's second last weekend, Father Simon cleaned up. He did very well there.
I would have voted for him.
Well, I mean, it's hard not to. They were very
wicked
fun socks. Very adorable little angel and demon on there, so it was good. So this week, let's do the socks again. So we're going to start over here with Father Alex, Father Simon. Who wants to go first? This could be a very wide open competition.
Really
Yeah,
intense.
this should be interesting.
I've got donuts, pink socks with donuts on them.
There we go.
I ate 2 donuts last night, which may have been a contributing factor to my insomnia. But
Nice.
anyway,
kind of
honoring Tim Hortons. They're just vanilla with chocolate icing.
Nice.
I came home and there was a box of them on the counter. So I mean,
Did you do the thing where you eat one and then 20 minutes later you come back out and you're like, oh, there's still donuts here. So have one.
Well, someone's got to eat. They're not going to eat themselves.
That's the move.
That is true.
Yeah, Father Simon.
And sticking with the food theme, I believe I was the one who encouraged Deacon David and Patty to try a shawarma for the first time. And so that was during my lifetime here at the parish. And so there you go, shawarma socks.
Shawarma socks. Father Simon, live up to the brand.
I meant to say the donut kind of represents my heart as you're leaving. It's got that hole in the middle. So.
Beautiful
for the
thing.
win.
Yeah, I know. Okay, the Viscounts. Deacon David, let's start with you.
Out of respect for St. Benedict,
There we
I am
go.
wearing my St. Benedict Divine Renovation socks.
There they are.
In honor of this parish.
There you go. And now,
my socks.
Patty now has socks. This is fantastic. Look at this.
Look at those.
Amazing.
So, Patty, what do you got here?
Little wardrobe change.
I got llamas with eyeglasses, and they're actually a bit fuzzy.
Actually fuzzy,
Perfect.
and they're wearing turtlenecks that are the
And
rest
the-
of the sock,
exactly.
which I think is fantastic.
Oh, wow.
And
that's-
they're little girl socks, so they're actually squished on my feet.
There we go.
Which is why
I
those
like
places
compression
high.
socks.
You made it work.
design.
Exactly. That's perfect. So now the opportunity, we're going to vote, and then we have something else for you. So you can vote for either the donut socks, you can vote
The
for the
hole in your
shawarma
heart.
socks, you can vote for the Divine Renovation St. Benedict socks, or you can vote for the llama socks as well. So throw it in the comments there. We'll
llama
figure it all
all the
out.
way.
First past the post, something like that. We'll have to come some sort of new electoral system for voting for that. So vote on that. But also, Father Simon.
We wanted to present you with a few little gifts and have figured it would be most appropriate to give you socks. And in keeping with your llama theme, kind of a his and hers for
Hey.
next Christmas. Actually, today, Christmas in July.
Do you want to hold them up?
So there you go. So you can
Lovely.
The red
you
ones
can
are-
each get a set, or you can wear 1 and 1, or whatever you like.
Like that?
idea.
There you go,
Those
llama Christmas socks to go with your
Llama
already
theme.
your llama sock drawer that you have, Patty.
Yep,
That
I
is
do.
awesome.
And one more gift from the parish,
Here we go.
Deacon David. These are, we bought you some sticks. You know?
Yeah.
No, these are actually high-tech, state-of-the-art hiking poles.
Those
Because
are
we know that you have a
awesome.
big trek ahead of you,
do.
all the way to the far-off land of Dartmouth. And I heard you guys like to walk. You might even be walking to church across the bridge. So
We will.
if you need the poles, there you go.
That is
That's-
wonderful.
That's from the parish
Thank
in Thanksgiving. It's just a symbolic. We can hardly properly thank you for the last 6 years of all that you've done to bless us. But here's this symbolic gesture as you continue on the mission to go forth. Continue to make disciples in the name of Jesus.
Thank you. Thank you.
Amen.
Thank you, parish.
All right.
We've been blessed to be here.
Lovely. All right, that is going to do it for us here in the Digital Foyer. Hope you have a great week. Next up, SB Kids Online Church with Laura. Take it away.